Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We've got a brand new hero and a brand new costume. In the Alliance Quest summon, we've got Beauty and the Beast back with us. For some reason, Beauty and the Beast also means Three Musketeers. I don't quite get it, but sure, that sounds great. So we don't really have any new Beauty and the Beast people, just Musketeers. I assume this guy is a Musketeer somehow. Also featured with Rose DeFlo, who got a very good buff in the last balance update. And then we've got this brand new costume for Athos. I have a soft spot in my heart for Athos. Pulled him, at least single limit broke him and used him for a long time, but haven't used him in forever. He's just not so good. Let's see if they did anything to make him better. But first, in blue, 5-star blue fighter class, we have Dominique. Hello, he's looking at you, all concerned with that very, very cool mustache. Icy blue sword, rocking 1263 team power, slightly higher on attack, 1330, 1271 on defense, and 2263 on health. If you double limit break him, he gets a regeneration ether talent. Regenerates 420 health over the first 6 turns. So, he is a fighter, so he gets that chance to revive. We know about that. And then all of these family and passive skills here for Beauty and the Beast family are really pretty good. Let's take a look. Beauty and the Beast family gets that humility thing. So they basically have 2 versions of their special skills. One if they have enough humility, and one if they don't. One is weaker than the other. When the hero casts a strong version of their special skill, only the required amount of humility is consumed. So you can rack up to 100 humility, and then this guy's special skill needs 35 to get to the upper level. So you could, if you somehow got to 100, you could fire him off and still be ready to fire him at the bigger attack level a little bit later. Bonus for 1, 2, 3 unique heroes of the same family. Hero gains more humility when receiving direct damage from special skills, and more humility when receiving direct healing from special skills. So that's pretty nice. Okay. I love this passive. I love that we're finally getting something to compete with all of these wildcats. We are facing an alliance in war right now that has just Thaffer tanks all over the place. And, you know, it's bad enough to deal with one of them. But when you have a team with a couple of them, and they're all reviving, I mean, you can kind of play around the one and ghost tiles around and hopefully have enough to take them out. But when they're all over the place, it gets really difficult. And you can't use tiles at all to try to take them out, because they're just going to charge right up and hit again. With 80% of their health gone when they revive, you might even be able to just use tiles to take them out. So I have not tested that. I don't know how strong those heroes need to be. I don't know how many of a single color of hero you need to do in order to make that happen. I'd be curious if anybody has tried that themselves, especially with a passive from the Beauty and the Beast family. Let me know down below. They also get this passive where each time a status ailment expires or is cleansed, removed, or reallocated, they receive 15% health. That's not nothing. That's a nice little health boost there. Finally, you can't give this guy a status ailment that would cause them damage. Instead, they will recover that much health instead. That's just crazy. I love that. Bringing in a blue hero in this family, which is very interesting to me, because if you watch my channel, you know I am very sore for some good blue heroes. So I don't know, maybe I get lucky today. Let's take a look at his special skill and see if it's all worth it. He's got Righteous Revenge at fast speed. If the caster has 35 or more humility. Okay, so let's go back into this humility thing. So if you need 35 humility to get to the upper level of your attack, of your special skill, that's really having received direct damage from special skills once and having been directly healed from your team once. That's it. Not too bad. And you'll already be at that upper level on your special skill. So let's read about that upper level. 460% damage to the target and nearby. That's a huge hit. Huge hit 3 for fast speed. Target and nearby enemies receive 1260 bleed damage over 4 turns. That's a sizable amount of damage over time for sure. And then caster and nearby allies counterattack with 150% of the damage received for 4 turns. Yeah, I love that. Now let's see, if you don't get to 35, is he still worth it? 405% damage to the target and nearby enemies. Not bad yet. And target and nearby enemies received 960 bleed damage over 4 turns. And you know, that's not that bad either. You don't get the bleed damage and the direct damage are a little bit lower, and you don't get the counterattack. But it's still a usable skill if he's ready to fire before you have all of that humility. Let's take a look. If he's not double limit broken, then you still get 1260 and you still get 960. Okay, that's coming in no matter where you are on emblems and limit break. So very, very impressed with Dominique. I have a couple coin pulls, so maybe we test this out. Athos is featured this time with a costume. His original destroyed all minions from the target, and when he first came out, he was definitely in that original minion meta, so it was fun to be able to take minions out with him. It damages mega minions. I think that's 50%. Deals 470% damage to the target, and the caster gets 20% mana for each destroyed minion. Let's take a look at what that is. All the same, you get 480% damage to the target now. Okay, fine. Attack bypasses defensive buffs. I've always wondered about what if it is a minion-related defensive buff? Like, I've never used him up against like Zhuge Liang's counterattack minions. I think Liu Bei might have those counterattack minions as well. Can you bypass the minion? Because you can't steal those minions. So the counterattack is not this on the character itself, on that special skill. The counterattack is on the minion. If anybody knows for sure, let me know, because it would be great to bypass counterattacking minions as well. The caster regenerates 306 HP over 2 turns. That was the original, and now that's up to 700 and can exceed max HP. All right, they're trying to make this guy usable again. I appreciate that. I mean, with this huge costume bonus, the stats are definitely going to be relevant. Passives and family are the same, except they add immune to status ailments and negative stacks that affect defense, but not elemental defense. I always think that's kind of random, but all right, that's neither here nor there. They didn't really need to add a not very good passive to him. I guess resistant to defense down. That's not bad. That's Athos. If you have him, like I have him already, if I were lucky enough to pull him, I would probably max out that costume and just see how he does, because it wouldn't cost me that many resources. If you pull him brand new, I mean, it's going to take you a long time to level up the original side of the card plus the costume. But I think just based on current stats and stuff, he might be okay for you. Dominique would be excellent, and Rose de Flo is a pretty solid healer that we're seeing on a lot of defenses and stuff too. So anyway, 4 pulls. I wish I had one more coin. Let's do a little superstition here. There's a 2-star. There's a 1-star. Let's go ahead and do it. 4 pulls. Let's see what we get. Come on, blue. Show me some blue. Renfeld is not who we wanted to see. Show me some blue. Regard, well, we are increasing a little bit. I'm still hoping for some blue. There we go. Kirill. All right, well, thank you for the 4 stars. Let's do this one more time and see if we get lucky. Kirill. That was the wrong direction. All right, let's see what this chest is going to give us. Ooh, not too much. Couple master emblems. That's fine. Anyway, those are my pulls. Those are my thoughts about the heroes. Let me know down below what you think and if you have any luck in your summons. Thanks for checking out the channel today, everybody, and we'll see you next time.